Hello friends, Ren released a new song. It's called Suicide. And I thought I'd do a reaction on this, but it will be a little bit different. So I don't want to pause in the song because if it's a song about suicide and he's telling a story, I don't want to pause every 20, 30 seconds. Don't want to do this. I want to watch and listen, and then I will tell you my 2 cents, what I think about that theme, that topic, what I think about that whole thing, what I've lived through, and my experience. Let's start. If you like this channel and you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing. It takes you a second and it will help me a lot. Thank you.
Through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
So, here I want to pause. So, my first impression of the video is it's kind of awesome. I never expected that. Yeah, it's well done. It's a great video. So, what I can say is, when I was in a not so good mental state, I used to walk at night alone to clear the head, to think about things, and because when you're hiding your depression, your thoughts, your negative thoughts and all that, it takes a lot of energy. In my case, I like to walk. I like to walk it off.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find the anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
So as expected, that was a hard one. This is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard. I lost a couple of friends because of suicide too, and I wasn't aware. I really wasn't. And I totally get why. Because when I was in that kind of state, I covered it up very well. A couple of friends, they covered it up very well too. So I never saw it coming. But when when I at least think about this whole situation back then, the couple situations back then. So I think about, was it a mistake not to see it? Was it wrong to be not or not to be aware of what's going on? But when I think through this and think about my situation, so I totally get that I didn't notice, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm kind of like a little bit thrown back from this song to that emotional state. It shows that people obviously can't talk to other people and think that they're at some point when there's nothing left to lose, when there's nothing more to gain in life. So the only option is to end it, which is a pretty sad story, because in so many ways you can help people only with talking. You don't have to do much. You don't have to. When you have someone, when you think that maybe they are suicidal and maybe they would harm themselves when they're alone and something like that, spend time with them. Spend time. Show those people that they're valuable, that they're not alone. One of the saddest things that I ever experienced is when somebody thinks he or she is all alone. That was it for me. So, yeah, it was a hard one. See you next time.